So the boycott is on, and it's on. It's working. There are a lot of boomers like myself who are very disappointed in other boomers who are, showing their dance moves from the 80s. Like, I give a shit right now. Like, I care about a fucking dance move. Like, you care about a dance move. Yeah, TikTok was really never what it really seemed to be, which was a dance app, right? Teenagers dancing. It's funny how power sometimes comes softly, softly on footsteps, on toes. But that's what happened. Thank God for TikTok, because we would be massively fucked if all we had was Facebook, Instagram, and at this point, Twitter, X, The movement is happening. People have asked, what about politicians? Yeah, that's right. November's coming, my friends. November's here, hot on our footsteps. You guys that have lived in your communities for 18 months, get this, pull up your kahunas, my friends. It's time to run. Anyone that has something massive to say, anyone that is going to be speaking the truth. Think Donald Trump like 8 years ago. Think about why people voted for him. They didn't vote him in because they believed in half the shit he said. They voted for him because they knew that what he's saying, at the very least, was bare, raw truth. The only thing is we didn't see that he would get everyone in his cabinet, every family member, to make massive, probably billion-dollar deals. But that's on a side note. Biden is out. Don't put flags out of your house. I saw an FU flag, Biden, on a house. Put prayer flags, my friends. So come on, man. Come on, do better. Get yourself some Tibetan prayer flags. Get the energy surrounding your house on a high frequency. Don't put shit like that. Put New Earth flag. Put the Ascension flags. Do that. See, the thing about manifesting is very interesting. What you focus on, what you resist persists. What you resist persists. I didn't make it up. It was in the movie The Secret, and I wish documentary, actually, not movie. I wish I could give that person credit. Who the fuck said that? But somebody in The Secret said, what you resist persists. Don't resist what you don't want. Manifest what you do want. Turn your back on the fuckery and stand in the light of what you want. That's the secret of manifesting. So here's your homework, boys and girls. Go get yourself the book, Mind Power into the 21st Century. Mind Power into the 21st Century. That shows you the mechanics of the holographic universe and how manifesting works on emotions. Fear, anger. Though I know I sound angry, but don't confuse anger, my beautiful American brothers and sisters, with passion. There's passion in my voice, not anger. I'm not fucking angry. I'm relaxed. I'm actually quite relaxed considering. What I am is passionate. Don't be afraid of passion. Don't be afraid of that. Remember your other incarnations as in various planets, in various continents, in various countries. Remember who you are. Remember all of the power and beauty of what you've been, what you have, what you are now, what you will become. Okay? Don't be afraid of passion. Never confuse passion with anger. Those are two different modalities of emotions. With that said, politician, block the mother. Block them all. Block every single celebrity. Block every person you've never followed. The trick is you might say, well, I've never followed any. Yeah, I know. I haven't followed them either. You think I've followed Beyonce? You think I give a shit? I was against Beyonce, Oprah. Should I continue the list? It's such a boring list. Decades ago, 10, 15 years ago. But I'm blocking them nevertheless because I don't want them on the feed. Oh, but I blocked J-Lo and she's still coming on my feed. Block the people actually posting J-Lo because that's what's happening. Their PR dogs are actually helping or gathering their forces through other people so that we still see their shit. And it's still shit. I don't care if it's a meme against J-Lo. I don't care if it's a meme against Beyonce. I don't care. Anyone is going to give any attention to these MFers, block them too. If they can't understand that attention brings attention, then I guess they've never raised a child. I mean, the best way to raise a child is to ignore bad behavior and praise good behavior. You don't punish a child. You don't. You praise good behavior and you ignore bad behavior. Bad behavior, and that's not to ignore them, put them in a room, put them in the no in the corner. Don't mistake that. I mean, you just don't, baby. When you want to act like a beautiful little angel that you are, let me know, and mommy will give you a hug. But until then, no, no is no. However, I love you, baby, and that's what we need to do with these celebrities, politicians, influencers. Should I go on? You know the list. You have it. The baby boomers that are sitting on their hands. Here's a notice. I'm calling you guys out. Stop with the fucking dance moves. No one gives a shit. Cute, really, really cute. Do something better. Go ahead and repost Palestinian stuff. Go ahead and repost what's going on with the Native Americans. Who there's a law that's been passed, I believe, where once again these people can actually grab their children. Okay, under the old laws from the 1880s. I think we know how damaging that was. I know what it created. For any homework, boys and girls, another one. Look up Billy Jack, the trial of Billy Jack. It's time for you guys to start taking some notice from elders like myself who aren't part of the bullshit, because I certainly am not. My father was a conspiracy theorist, and I say that fucking proudly. What does that mean, conspiracy theorist? Which the alphabet channels of agencies in the government who, by the way, were against Kennedy, just look up the speech that got him, okay, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? All right. Conspiracy theorist means what? Conspiracy. Is there one? What the fuck's going on? What is this about? It's called thinking, my friends. It's called thinking. You should have t-shirts. We should all make peace. I'm a proud conspiracy theorist. It's about time we threw that shit back in their face. I'm actually going to go on Cafe Express, if they're still in business, and order myself one. Conspiracy. Proud to be a conspiracy theorist. You damn fucking straight. Yeah, that's what I am. It means I think. I look at something that doesn't look good. In the British expression, pear-shaped shit, it's called pear-shaped, meaning it doesn't make sense. It's not good for me. That means it's not good for other people because I'm seeing other people suffer from some of these agendas. Okay, so there's a conspiracy, and I'm theorizing on the concept. We should be proud to be that. Means you've got brains. Means you're thinking. With that said, block away. November, if you've never voted, get yourself registered. I registered. I used to vote from the time I was 18 until I was 51. I voted. My God, my husband was an amazing patriot. Voted. Really believed we had a voice. And of course, being French, half French, I was like, I understand. What are lobbyists? Why isn't it? I was questioning shit even back then in the 80s, and because it made no sense. It was like, hang on. And the collegiate, and them having power over our votes. And were we really voting, or I never could understand some of the shit, okay? I don't have a degree in politics. I don't. But, I've seen things that people shouldn't suffer over. I've seen people who are on their deathbed who should have all the care in the world. I've seen people who are terrified of going to the hospital because they may put a lien on their house. Because they can't pay the bill, the medical bill. Because when you go to ER, it could be $16,000. And if you're just trying to make your mortgage, you don't want that lien on your house because your furnace just broke. Right? So you don't go to ER. You don't take care of your health because the health insurance is so fucking expensive. The Obamacare, what a hustler that man was. I mean, kudos to him for really getting us to believe in his bullshit. Because you see, the Obamacare, you're still being, penalized through your taxes if you don't have insurance. But when you do the calculations of the $500 that they're going to take out of your taxes for not having insurance, and the $500 and the $7,000 a year deductible, it makes more sense not to have insurance, doesn't it? That's why there are some people with a dual passport, like myself, that go to Europe to get procedures because it makes more sense. It just does. So what I'm going to say to you as you look at some of the things that you are going to be deciding in the next few months about who's going to take power, who's going to have power removed. Righteous anger is production, but passion is better. Yes. And you will see Angel Michael going through actually what you would call righteous anger. And righteous anger is that there's something massively unfair. Robin Hood is a perfect example. Let's look at people that have blood in their veins like us. Because Angel Michael is an archangel of such power and magnitude. He could be in 100 million homes listening to our woes simultaneously. Whereas Robin Hood, a man of flesh, bone, and blood, saw in his own little hamlets the unfairness and did something about it. Just saying. Let them eat cake. So, in the end of our journey, because we're coming near to the doors of our deliverance, believe me, let's not fumble those fucking keys to the gates of our freedom. Let's not fumble the keys. What does that mean? Hesitation. I can't do anything. Who am I? Honey, baby, we've been talking about self-love for this reason. It was actually, in retrospect, it was never about twin flames, though it was on some aspect, 1/9 of the pie. But the big self-love was about your worthiness to making this fucking ascension happen. See, the meek shall inherit the earth. It's been written, my friends. All we need to do is show up at the fucking meeting. What is the ascension, my friends? You see, the ascension. Let's not miss that meeting. I'm going to give you an example that I've used with clients on people who fuck up. I'm going to give you an example that I think you'll wrap your head around very easily. So, the difference between one who wants to win and one who wants to lose. Let me give you the example. There's $1 million contract. It's actually a $10 million contract. And you live in California. You live in the West Coast. And you have to be at the office to sign the contract to get that check for $10 million by 9 a.m. the following day. The winner will take whatever red eye he can, he, and will show up with a cup of coffee at 6:30 in the fucking morning waiting for the doors to open. A loser misses the flight. Sabotage is that. Sabotage is missing your appointment to ascension. What is sabotage in brass tacks of self-love? If you don't think, my God, my beautiful brother and sister, if you don't think you're important to this ascension meeting, what we call a divine meeting with God, a divine meeting with our ascension, if you don't think, you will be left behind. So it's not time to be humble. And oh my God, I've done things, we've all done things we regret in this life and other incarnations. Trust me, my friends, none of us are walking on water. None of us are pure. None of us are pure. Forgive yourself. But I need you to pull yourself up and show up at the meeting because we need you. We can't do it alone. You see, it's strength in numbers. Strength. Kennedy, I saw a documentary on the Kennedys. Do you know why they're such a tight family? Because their father, who was a criminal, okay, that's how he got his money. Let's just be honest, okay? Let's not pull bullshit. He was a bootlegger. Anyway, and I have massive respect. I'm not saying it in any way to denigrate. Trust the Irish, because they are an amazing fucking badass race. Remember Braveheart? It's my island. Okay. These people, there's something about them. But anyway, here's the Kennedys. And he doesn't say anything really. He says, do you see this hand? And he puts his hand up. All fingers are open. His palm is open. His palm and every 5 digit is exposed. He said, if I leave my hand like this, all my fingers will be broken. Then he clenches this into a fist, which meant unity, the fist, black power. Remember that Black Panther? Anyway, all right. Do you see this? He says to his kids, that cannot be broken. That's how he taught the Kennedys, that Kennedy family, how to stay united. That fist was the symbol of them being unbroken. And even though they've had their own picadillos and shit, have you noticed that they're fucking unbroken? That's how we need to be. We need to be a hand, the giant hand of this consciousness. And we need to close our hand in protection and unity together. Not to punch anyone out, clearly. That's because that's not my point of this analogy. But to be united in a force that if someone does come to hurt us, harm us in any way, our fist is closed. And typically, if you're a good boxer, and I've been boxing for 5 years, I've been out of the loop for 3, but my twin taught me how to box for 5 years, solid 5 years. I was going every day, 5 days a week. I can tell you that one punch, once you train, and you're training your self-love, will take someone out. I don't give a fuck how tall they are, because it catches them by surprise. Surprise is our power. And so at the end of the day, that's what I'm asking you to do. I'm asking you to stop your bullshit. And oh my God, no, I just don't deserve. No, I'm shit. I'm shit. I was harmed. I was whatever the fuck it was. You're not alone, sadly. We've all gone through massive, massive, massive. You have no idea. Men and women both have gone through massive, incredible trauma, okay, as children. I'm not going to spell it out. I think you have enough brains to figure out where I'm inferring. And many have gone through that. And thank God, thank fucking God, some people did not have to go through that as a trauma. Thank God. Because it's not necessary. There were choices of people that had choices to do better who did not, who chose not to. Let's throw that on the side now. There's nothing you need to be ashamed of. There's nothing you need to actually second guess. Forgive yourself. Forgive those who have held you back. And move into your power to come to the divine appointment of the ascension. That's it. It's that simple. Don't fucking miss that plane. Don't miss that plane to the $10 million deal, meaning the ascension. Any questions or comments? Because I'm there. I'm ready. Let's hear what you have to say. I need to get rid of the negative energy that has attached to me. There's nothing that has attached to you without your fucking will. I'm sorry. I'm not going to, I've had attachment energies, and attachment energies is get the fuck off me. Get the fuck away from me. I had an attachment energy in 2006, 7, around that. I'm trying to remember the time. I had an attached energy. I'm just going to be straight up with you. Fuck this. I'm not going to fucking pull plugs. And oh my God, no, they might get scared that I think, oh no, there are energies that attach to us. That's why the Ouija board is something we don't fucking play with in the spiritual community. Us who have brains. We won't bring that in our home. We will not bring it in our home because you will bring energies that get attached to the board, play games with you, and then attach to you. And that's why we don't do spells. I have a client right now who wants to do a reading, and she's been playing too much Ouija hoo hoo baba. Okay. And now, yeah. Okay. So let's be clear. The battle was very simple. I did a mantra for 48 hours and the energy fucking went boom, gone. Okay. So fucking handle your business. You don't have to hire some kind of idiot to take a chicken in the bathtub and do their business. You understand? Or a goat. Wake up. You have the power to bring it on. Bring the fuck on, right? Bring it on. I had some shit happening a couple days ago in my closet. I go, get the fuck out of here. That was it. And did it shock me for a minute? Yeah, I didn't expect it. But I hadn't saged that room in days because I've been downstairs handling my business with my beloved who's ill, okay? So I wasn't upstairs for a few days, and there it was. And I went, yeah, out. And I saged the room. So let's not use that as an excuse. I won't buy it. 48 hours, and I was sick as fuck. No one knew what was wrong with me, blood tests and this and that. And then boom, there came the entity looking at me, and I was like, oh yeah, okay. And I called my friend because I was still a newbie in that kind of exorcism shit. And my friend went, yeah, do this particular mantra. Okay. And in your case, I would say, do the Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, which is posted on my profile. It's free. Please don't start spending money on bullshit and witch doctors and all kinds of idiots that will take you for a ride for fucking thousands of dollars. I just gave you the antidote. Sage your room, do the 4 powers, the 4 corners. When you sage the room, the 4 corners above and below, which you can find on YouTube. It's what they do for ayahuasca, bufo, medicine. It's for sacred medicine. So if shamans think it's powerful enough to keep shit out, yeah, and I mean shit energy, then apparently there's something to it. So go ahead, my friend. You know what to do. I just told you. This will be uploaded on YouTube. So if you miss anything, you will be able to repeat this particular chat on your question. I don't want to hear one fucking excuse. I don't want to hear, oh, well, I have an entity attached to me. Great. Welcome. You think you're the only one? We've all had attached energies. Why? Because we're fucking badasses. Do you think energies would attach to us if we're fucking idiots? Now, we can be weak and they will attach to us, of course, but we are powerful. We're weak in that our ego has taken control of our power. It is not the soul that gets attached shit on them. It's the ego. And unfortunately, the ego is the temple we house through our soul, right? Does that make sense? All right. Hopefully that makes sense. So that's the key. Okay. So if you have any attachment, do your own work. Please don't start relying on other people. I'm not joking. I had a client who had some kind of entity in a restaurant. She had a business with her husband, and it was definitely there. There's no. I told her I'm not a Ghostbuster, okay, but okay, I'll walk you through it, and I did. I walked her through it. She needed support because she couldn't overcome her fear. Okay, her fear was so big that it choked her ability to actually settle into her power. Okay, but no one can take away this shit. You need, if anything, you need maybe someone. And I hope to God you have a Doc Holliday on your side, meaning somebody who's badass, who's powerful, and knows this stuff. And would you can Google this shit. It's like there's no answer that you can't find on Google or YouTube. Let's be honest, okay? Whatever you want to make, whatever you want to do, it's there. So please, the answer is there for you. You're not powerless. No one strapped you to a bed where you can't move. And to be honest with you, even that situation, I'd say you could actually manifest them gone. And you would say to me, well, there's a lot of situations where people can't. You're right. And that's a whole different live that I can't do right now, because it would talk about karma. It would talk about free will. It would talk about the ego having more powerful over the soul. It would talk about a lot of things that I can't, I'm not going to mention here, because right now what we're talking about is the sacred meaning with ascension. So at the end of the day, with the 15 people that I have here, which is kind of funny, it's always you guys, and we got addicted to self-pity and feeling helpless, negative looping. Thank you, my love. Thank you very much for saying that. We do get addicted to that. In a very, hello, Tony, peace and love to all. Thank you, James, for being here. It's funny. It's always my crew of 13, 14, or 9. It's the weirdest thing. You guys are always there. And it's funny because I'm preaching to the choir. The sad part is the people who really need to hear this, no offense, but aren't here. Also, thank you for being here. You are a new light that I've just noticed today, so I appreciate you being here. This is all you need to do, okay? I've told you what you need to look up. Sacred medicine, opening the circle above and below, the 4 corners above and below. Boom. Do it in your own voice, in your own words. Don't go butterfly of the south and blah, blah, blah. Get the essence of the power of what it's saying and say it in your own voice, in your own words. What would I say? I would say, grandmother, grandfather of the North Star that led my people to freedom, and sailors to safe harbors. I am so grateful for your light. And when the moon is no longer lit, when the star is darkened by your clouds, I still see, because I walk intrepid, step by step, knowing that I'm divinely guided by incredible wisdom, infinite wisdom. And when I need to stop and look, and I'm not sure of the next step, I wait and I trust in even the waiting. Grandmother, grandfather of the West, thank you for upgrading me. Thank you for downloading new light codes from the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th dimensional codes and beyond. Thank you for downloading those new light codes so I may see things that cannot be seen through my mortal eyes, but you are upgrading me in my DNA, in this body, in my soul. I'm so grateful for your upgrades, and I'm so thankful that I'm alive here now. Aho. Grandmother, grandfather of the East, thank you for allowing me to be alive. Thank you. With the rising sun, I rise also. I see myself in the sunrise of your light. Thank you for allowing me to be with those that I love and those that I care for, and to be of service to those that I come across. Aho. Grandmother, grandfather of the, the South. Thank you for bearing me upon the wings of Garuda, the great gold eagle, that I can see my life in the full expansiveness of this life. Thank you for allowing me to see that every move, every loss, every death, every birth, every triumph was necessary for me to be as I am today. I am so grateful for this life. Aho. To your floor, to your forehead, to the floor. I don't care if you're in an apartment. I don't care if you're in a house. I don't care if you're in nature. Grandmother, great mother, great beloved, great grandmother. I am so sorry I did not see you. I have harmed you throughout my incarnations, and you have always been my mother. Throughout the length of my incarnations that I've been, where you've been my home, quite often I did not see, I did not hear your wisdom, but now I see you. And I am so sorry for what I've done to you. But now I am reborn, and I am your child, and I am your caretaker. I am your gardener. I am your advocate. I am your protector. And then listen to what she has to say. Listen. Then stand with your sage. Grandfather Sky, Grandmother Moon, Father Sun, the one of 1,000 names, the one who created us all. Krishna, Radha, Buddha, the Bodhisattvas, Yeshua, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, and others. I've forgotten your names. I am so sorry. But I call upon you, my ancestors across timelines, in this life, past lives, concurrent incarnations, and future lives. I call upon you to guide me, those who want only the best for me. My angels, my guides, my allies, I give you permission to guide me in word and action. I am so grateful for your help. Aho. That's it. That's that. But in your own words, in your own, you just got the essence of it. It's the essence. Believe me, when you listen to the one where the shamans talk about the jaguar and the hummingbird, it's all beautiful, actually. So eat the fish and throw away the bones. Take what resonates and throw away what doesn't. Make your own. Speak with authenticity. Don't just rattle what you are reading. Don't rattle what's being told to you. Let your heart speak. Let your soul speak. You remember, but you don't remember, and yet you will remember when you allow your throat chakra to be the conduit of your soul. That's what you do. Okay? Any questions or comments? Anything at all? It's crazy because I don't get notified, but I'll tell you, guys, I need advice from Tony. That's awesome, Rachel. Yeah, no one's getting notified. No one's getting notified. It's just how it is. I've been, I've been shadow banned, but it's all good because the people that need it need it. Any questions or comments? Thank you, Andromeda Flame, for being here and for jumping in. This is a quick live. I've got to take care of my twin, and I will let you more. I will let you know more as we progress. Any questions or comments, my loves? Any questions or comments? I would love to hear what you have to say, because we need to keep blocking. We need to keep doing. We need to put them on notice. We need to know that, especially politicians, they're on our payroll, not the other way around, on our fucking payroll. And if this doesn't work, then all I have to say to you is, if they don't understand, remember your forefathers, my friend. I'm half American, half French. I come from two revolutionary bloodlines. Yours, which is American, and the French one. Okay? Two. Within, a decade? Not even? Apart? It's quite shocking. There's no question in my mind why I would have come through these two bloodlines. There's no way. I'm like, I totally get it. What's interesting is that when you look at what you're facing right now, which is daunting. It's like a tsunami. And again, I've said this in multiple lives, but there's this image that has haunted me in a good way, not a haunting in a bad way, in a good way. Like, it follows me. And I've said it many times. I apologize for those of you who are going to hear it again. But it's of this monk, and I'm not sure if it's a nun or a monk, whose back is to me. Because you see, their head is bald, shaved bald. There's a little tuft of hair, but I don't know if it's a woman or a man. But they're sitting cross-legged, facing a tsunami. They're not going to outrun it. If this is my day, then why should I run? Let me release myself, right, from this body. But you know what they do? Apparently they're meditating, and their frequency is so high that as the water comes toward them like a wall of water, imagine that. Just, isn't that a primal fear for all of us who have gone through Atlantis and the deluge? But let's go back. And the water explodes into golden butterflies. It transforms, it morphs into something else because the frequency isn't matching the wall of water, which demands a life. The frequency is so high that it steps over that low vibrational frequency to transform it into butterflies. And why butterflies? Well, I think you can wrap your head around that one as well. The transformation is very yucky. The chrysalis, the explosion of these butterflies coming out of their cocoon, like you, like me. We're all coming out of our cocoons. We have slept for thousands of years. We have slept in these cocoon for thousands of years. My God, they just showed me Matrix, the last one, Resurrection, when he comes out of that gunk. We have a moment in time. We have a divine appointment. Many of us will make that appointment. The more, the merrier, of course. And those of you who can't make it because of your own ideas of perfection, your own ideas of I'm not ready yet, your own ideas of self-worth will be left behind. It's not a punishment. You'll make it eventually, but not in the first round. And so why would you wait? I mean, I'm sorry. If you got the fucking gold ticket, Willy Wonka ticket, would you really fumble that? And why would you? And ask yourself, what's wrong with me? Why is it that I don't want to win? Because, see, winning is something you've wanted your entire incarnations. You have wanted a planet that was kind and loving and generous and abundant. It is yours to claim, but you got to show up to the appointment. You got to pull up that fucking chair to the table, and you got to sign the contract to get that $10 million. In other words, don't miss the fucking plane. All right, my loves. Any questions? Because I'm going to wrap it up. All right. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for being you, my love. Thank you for being you. All right. Sending you much love on your journey. Namaste. Be well.